thinking,
Back again, mate.
yeah,
Can't get out of here.
what have something to do, man? Retirement, man. Nothing to do, bored. I probably never really left the place. Obviously, it was only 12 months, but my relationships with friends and family of this football club have always been there, and it was almost just the next stepping stone to come back, catch up. Also bring Becky, my wife, and our 6-week-old little daughter Scarlett through the doors as well. I know she doesn't understand anything, but I guess later on in life it'd be something to show her and understand where or what Dad did. Like wandering through, it's not just the players. Seeing Tracy in the office, Walshy back at the club, he was here when I first started. It's probably a bit emotional to see Nilo. No one really knows him or sees him. He's behind the scenes. He does all their boots here, and it's a relationship I've kept very close with Neil over the last few years. We've still talked. He came to my wedding last year, so to be able to share moments like that, and then to see him here today, and for him to see my daughter as well is very special. And they're the people that make footy clubs, and they're the people that make this place what it is, and they're the ones you don't want to lose most of all.
Oh,
Poor little Bubba. The golden.
It's definitely a different environment. That camaraderie you have with the boys as a player is huge, and to be almost on the outside, it's very different. But as a spectator of AFL footy, I look forward to seeing what happens on both sides of the coin for the Western Bulldogs and also Collingwood over the next coming years. And this place has always been very close to me with family here as well, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Scarlett. How good's that?
Shorts, man.
She's almost outgrown it already.
I'm enjoying what life is for me at the moment. What does it look like next year? I'm really not too sure, but I definitely want to stay involved in footy. Footy's always been a passion and I guess an interest to me. So I think there's something to give back, but I enjoy the younger levels. I think the under 18s, the 19, 20-year-old kids coming through the program is where the fun is still in the game, and I guess that's what I've always enjoyed. So ideally, that's what I'll touch base with and work with some of the TOC teams early next year.
Right, stay away. I'm like, in 15 years I'll be keeping you far away from it.
We're just scanning the boys in for mouth guard, so it's a new technology. We use a 3D scanner around the mouth instead of the gooey stuff.
I mean, it's probably quicker and also like a huge amount more comfort in terms of not having something bulky and difficulty breathing while you're taking that mould. And I think the quality and the fit of the guard is often so much better just because of perfect reproduction of the actual mouth.
And any time there's a risk of contact to the mouth, either accidentally or deliberately, they should be wearing mouth guard, even during training. We see mishaps all the time, snapped teeth, broken teeth, we've seen fractured jaws, and lowers the risk of concussion as well. They can speak with it, probably yell at each other on the field a bit more and that sort of thing. Most of the guys that haven't worn one before are able to wear it.
When we come in, boys, let's all get into this.
It's hard back to the middle, boys.
Into here.
Grab your partner, hard back to the middle.
Everyone into this square on the way back.
Anyone not going?
It's usually the best I've felt in a pre-season at the moment. Well, this is really my first pre-season without having surgery, coming off the back of an injury, so it's a bit of a whole package for me, I guess, this pre-season. I think just sort of really attacking it, with my mindset, my intensity in training. Even as I said, just not missing a session, doing whatever I can to be out there every session, making it a good one. That's been pretty big. I've probably put on about 3 kilos, so. Yeah, I'm probably trying to get another 1 or 2 on as well towards games. But yeah, probably feeling really strong. There's been a bit more emphasis on power and speed as well, so it's been a focus. But yeah, just sort of trying to be as strong as I can and keep that out in the running as well.
Try and tack on to someone else. Keep your eyes up. Eyes up, chest up. Good body language, lads. Good body language.
It's just frustrating being in and out. It's not where I want to be. I want to be valuable to the team, and I want the respect and trust from the boys that I'll be there every week and play for them. And I'm out of contract as well. There's a lot of boys in that position this year, so everyone knows it's sort of a big year for the team as a whole. But yeah, I'm just sort of In many ways, I'm just sort of sick of walking off the ground, not putting in a good performance. It's just frustrating not sort of putting your best out there and being able to be consistent every week. So yeah, just internally, I guess I'm just sick of that, and I'm just wanting to be sort of valuable for the team, and I'm trying to work to get to that level. So yeah, I just need a good block after Chrissy as well, and then get into the games and just start well and hold that form.
So Tuesday night we had all the first year parents just to sort of induct them to the football club and take them for a tour of the place, and just, I suppose their sons have been here now for just under a month, and cool for them to come in and sort of check out the place and see, you know, where their sons are now, you know, spending every single day of their life pretty much, and hopefully for the next 10 years as well. Coach, the door closed. Bucks' office is closed, so I can't get in there and have a look, unfortunately. Maybe another time. I think the thing they probably enjoyed the most was going into the change rooms and seeing their son's own individual locker and their names on there, and sort of really starting to hit home that their sons have probably something they've always wanted to do, and now they're actually here living their dreams as AFL footballers. And yeah, I think they really enjoyed the experience. Coming into the system, it's a huge adjustment period. Coming in and getting used to, in times gone by, in the under-18s, you know, training 2 or 3 times a week, whereas now they're doing it, you know, from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock, and it's, especially now in pre-season and once the games come around, it can really take its toll, and you don't want guys to get halfway through the year and they can just burn out mentally and physically, because it's just the nature of everything that's going on. What
I loved today was they were saying that the boys will stop talking about football because it will start to consume them. So they're there as us, because I didn't feel like we're not here to bother them, but they said, no, ring us, let us know what's going on, and we can tell you how they're coping. And he was explaining that whilst it's great, you know, you've got to look at it, it could be a year thing, it could be a 15-year thing, but you've got to keep helping them, support them through it. And so they were really, yeah, really informative. In my time, from starting out playing footy in 06, 07, social media and, you know, the amount of football programs there are with, you know, just football channels that are just dedicated to football 24/7, you know, it can be so hard to escape and get away from it. And there are guys that really struggle with that, and you just can't escape it. So there's any opportunity that guys do get on their half days or their 1 day off a week to get away from football or try and switch off and get away from it, it's just gold.
I've sort of had a slow start. I've had a history with my groins and back, and it's all good, nothing to worry about. It's just something that I have to stay on top of, because I've done 2 full pre-seasons before. One was at the Giants, one was at the Pies, and funnily enough, both times I did both pre-seasons, I actually sort of broke down halfway throughout the year. I think we started to learn from there as physios, and everyone started to learn that, you know, maybe not doing everything is for me, and especially, like again, for people who know me, know that, you know, I like to train, and I do tend to overtrain a bit, and that sort of is to my own detriment. I let myself down in that regard, but did a main session today, you know, the last session on Friday, I hopefully do a little bit more, and then, you know, straight after Christmas I'll be straight back into it. And then yeah, before we know it, we're playing AFL-X, and then playing the pre-season, and then playing games. So it's just been a slow build up until now, but I'm looking forward to getting back after Chrissy, but enjoying the Christmas break at the same time.
No worries. How you going, guys?
You know, we knew there was going to be an open session, and, you know, I always think every year when we have an open session that I just think it can't top last year. Like, it just can't top last year. There won't be as many people, because I'm still used to not used to it, but I remember the days at the Giants, and that wasn't, you know, anything against the Giants. It was just because they were just founded, and they're in a place where there's going to be hard to get fans. And, you know, you get here an open training session, I walk out there and it's just packed. It's ridiculous, and everyone's, you know, just up and about, and they're clapping guys when they kick the ball well. And I mean, it was even more special for me today with Benny down. Benny was one of my mates who, you know, had a car accident about 13 weeks ago, and he's a quadriplegic down from his neck, and he can only move his arms. And one of the cheer squad guys, Anthony, he's an awesome fella. He's one of our loyal fans. Yeah, he messaged me on Instagram one time and said, you know, is there any chance you can come out and just meet Benny? You don't have to, you can only be there for, you know, 10, 20 minutes and whatever, and just say hello to him. And And I said, yeah, no worries. I went out there, it was over the holidays, and I spent about 2 hours with him and the family, and then we got a bond. We just clicked from the start, and yeah, I don't know why I was so drawn to him. I suppose because of, you know, obviously what's happened to him, but I think his infectious personality is the biggest thing. You wouldn't even think that he is the way he is because of the way he sees life and the way his family sees it. They're just so positive, and you know, I try and think if I was in his position how I'd be, and so I wouldn't even want to imagine it. My heart goes out to him and his family, and that's why whenever they need anything or whatever it is, I'll always be there for them. And you know, to be able to have that bond with them is just incredible. And I knew the second time, you know, I caught up with them, it was a massive thing for them because, you know, they see me as, I suppose, you know, an AFL player who won't have time for them or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but you know, I'm a human being like them, and I truly care for all of them, and well, the brother as well. And it's a friendship that I know I'll have for the rest of my life. And you know, I can't wait for the day for Benny to be able to walk again, and I'll be there with him and cheering him on.